Hi guys, I'm Becky. Sorry, I'm a few minutes late. I'm the Alumni Coordinator here at Wasatch Crest. And today we're going to talk a little bit about relapse prevention. So, when we're in treatment, we're kind of in like our little safe bubble. And there's not as many triggers around as there's going to be once that person leaves treatment. So it's super important because not all triggers can be avoided. There's tons of different triggers. There's eternal triggers. There's also just like simple things that people may not know, like smells can trigger you, sounds, taste, music's a big one, certain people in your life, movies, places, maybe different seasons, maybe just the sound of someone's voice can trigger someone. And also, if sometimes, we leave and we have cash in our pocket, sometimes that's triggering for people. And maybe certain events, like weddings or funerals, celebrations can be just as triggering as hard times that we struggle in our lives. So it's very important for the client to make a specific plan before they leave treatment, so they're gonna know what to do. When they do get triggered, it's possible, to avoid certain places, and sometimes it's not. A big one is you might not be able to hang out with the same people that you hung out with when you were using. You may have drank with them or used with them. So a lot of times you have to cut ties off with people, which is super hard. Also, it's important to, you don't need to necessarily go to a bar. But you could be at a family event where there is drinking, where it's a wedding or somewhere, a birthday party. So you kind of need to have plans in place when something like that happens. A lot of times, some people aren't able to go back to where they were living when they were in their addiction. So it's super important to make sure when you first leave, you're building and maintaining motivation. Boredom is a huge, cause of relapse. And isolating, you need to find your group. So it's important, we believe at Wasatch Crest that there's a lot of different ways to recover, it's not one size fits all. So maybe, they offer, some people are into 12-step recovery, and that can be Alcoholics Anonymous, Narcotics Anonymous. They've got Cocaine Anonymous. They've got HA, which is Heroin Anonymous, and several different ones. And in 12 steps, we usually seek out a sponsor, and that's someone that's going to be key to helping you walk through triggers. Being able to call your sponsor, work the steps. Some people just have like a friend in recovery, that's striving for the same goals as they are, not necessarily a sponsor, but someone that they can call, and the biggest thing is playing the tape through, and which in early recovery isn't always easy, but to just stop, pause and play that through and see, what that's going to look like if you pick up a substance. So if you're going to, as you get farther along in your recovery, you gain more stuff back, like, your family relationships, maybe a place to live. A lot of us walk out of there with, nothing, a car, a job, and it's those things that you can play through that, is this worth it? Is this worth losing my kids? Is this worth losing this new car I got or job I got? We also have, there's YPR, which is Young People in Recovery. That's another group. It's not 12-step affiliated, but it's for everybody. They're all striving for the same goal, and they do a lot of recovery outings, and just learning to have fun in recovery again is a huge thing. They also have Refuge Recovery, which is more of a Buddhist approach. A lot of people like that. They also have several different fitness groups that Fit to Recover, where because maintaining, once you get out of treatment, it's important to take care of yourself, get enough sleep, get exercise, just so that you can feel good about yourself, so that you don't get depressed and you don't isolate, and I'm sorry. And it's super important, sorry, I lost my train of thought, to also find out where you fit in, and it's been really hard, and I feel for people that are in early recovery this last year, that with the pandemic, because it's not necessarily easy to go and find those relationships and those connections. They always say, at a meeting, the most important part is before the meeting and after the meeting. That way you can mingle and talk and meet new friends. A lot of people like to go out to coffee after, just building that support group. Also, if you do use a sponsor or you do use a friend when you're going through that trigger, they're not always going to pick up, they've got lives. So having a list of people, that you can go through and call if that first person doesn't answer. Yes, so I think that's about all I got. Just like I said, it's most important to prevent relapse is, I'm sorry, I'm not done. Oh my gosh, I'm so bad at live stuff, sorry. So it's super important for people to, talk about it. That's another sign, that somebody might be in that cycle of relapse, because people start acting different, your thoughts get different before you actually pick up that drug. So, for me, when I had relapsed, I remember I get this idea in my head and I start entertaining it. And then I start the next plan, okay, I'm going to get this. Now, who am I going to get this from? How am I going to get there? And before I know it, I've got the whole plan played out in my head. And at that point, no one was going to stop me. So a huge part of relapse prevention is also just telling on yourself. And it seems like such a little thing, but at times it can be such a huge thing, reach out, tell people you're struggling, tell people your thoughts. We all think that we're these horrible people because we've got so much sobriety, and yet we're still entertaining thoughts of using or drinking in our heads. And that's perfectly normal, so just talk to someone, reach out, join a community. Right. I love doing the alumni at Wasatch Crest, just for the fact, as soon as they walk out the door, I've met with them, I've talked with them. They know what we have to offer. They know that we're there to keep supporting them. They don't just lose all the support once they walk out the door. We have a plan in place for, I'm going to call and check on them. I'm going to send them emails. I'm going to invite them to outings and events that we might have. So an alumni community is huge, and most treatment centers should offer some kind of alumni program for once you get out. So like I said, if you need anything, reach out. Super important. Advocate for yourself, what you need. Not everybody's plan is going to be the same. you know, they might need something different or different support than another person might need. So just make sure that you have a plan in place for when that does happen. Also, if you have any other questions, you can visit our website, wasatchcresttreatment.com. And everybody have a fabulous day. Thank you.